Hey guys, I'm here with Rick Peterson Jr., Sports Writer of the Year from Kansas, and this is actually your first time winning, which is awesome. So Rick is a first-time winner who currently works for the Hayes Daily News, and your father actually, Peterson Sr., has won this award 5 times, which is incredible. And I want to transition that into my first question. What's it like having someone like that, kind of by your side and to like model your work after in this industry? Like, what is that like?
It was just a huge benefit for me all the way up to, when I was a young kid, I used to tag along to him with games, and he always just kind of instilled that passion of local sports into me. So by the time I got to high school, I kind of realized that that was something I wanted to do and just kind of follow his footsteps. And then just to have somebody to just kind of show you the ropes in the business, and just kind of teach you and help you with your writing style and help you build relationships in the community. I mean, it was just such a huge help to me. And then, by the time I got to where I was working full time, then I got a chance to just work hand in hand with him, because we worked together for about 6 years at the Capital Journal. So to have
Right.
somebody, on to work with your dad, not a lot of people get that opportunity. And I will also say that they had an outstanding staff at the Capital Journal while I was there. Guys like Kevin Haskin, Ken Corbett, Brent Maycock, Tim Beisel, Matt Galloway. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but all those guys just to work with, it was like an all-star team to work with. And it's kind of crazy to think about that now, because now sports staffs don't have that many people. So I was just very fortunate to have all those guys around when I was trying to cut my teeth in this industry, and it was a huge benefit for sure.
Right. Yeah. And that sounds like a great experience, not just having your father there, but also other great team members to help you out. So there's no surprise that you ended up winning this award. Of course your father was probably a big piece of why you got involved in this industry in the first place. But um, what was your career path like? Was it like, did you know, like you said, you shadowed your father a lot. Did you know this is what you wanted to do, or was there some hesitation? What was your career path like on your way to where you are now?
Well, I knew that I loved sports. When I was, like I said, when I was a kid, I just got kind of immersed in the local sports scene, and mainly high school stuff. I loved going to tag along to games every Friday night, and it was just something that you know it was just a huge passion for me. I probably didn't know that I wanted to get into sports writing until about high school, but I we just kind of started. Giving me a shot. I mean, he let me write some like high school soccer stories and stuff like that, just to kind of get me started in the industry. And then some other opportunities came along. I started covering a hockey team in Topeka part time, and some auto racing and stuff like that. And then eventually, I got an opportunity to go full time, and then I've loved it I've loved it. I mean, I know it's a tough industry, but it's something that I really, really enjoy, especially the local sports aspect of it. So yeah, I mean, I knew I always loved sports, but it wasn't until till when I got into college where I figured, this is the career path I want to go down. So.
Nice. And you touched on a little bit about covering local sports. Is that your, because that my next question is going to be, what is like your favorite part of the job? Is it the people? Is it covering certain events like local sports? What is your favorite part of the job?
I think it is covering local sports, and in Hayes, I cover obviously high schools, and then we have a small college team called Fort Hays State University, so I cover them, and I love covering small college sports too. It's awesome, just the access you get from them it's just unbelievable. But I just love building the relationships locally, and informing people about what's going on locally with their sports. It's just something that's always been really fun for me to do. And then, so yeah, I think just high school sports and small college sports, that's my favorite. Covering those events is my favorite part of the job.
Yeah, as someone who goes to a school with a relatively close knit like sports program and with media, it just always feels like things are a little bit closer in those spaces. You're a little bit closer to everyone, the people, the players, the coaches, the fans. So that's always an awesome, a little bit more intimate experience for sure.
Sure.
So what do you think has been the highlight of your career thus far? It could be like personally, what was most fulfilling for you. It doesn't need to be a tangible thing, but what do you consider the highlight of your career thus far?
I think it's just more the experiences I got. I mean, I honestly, like we already talked about, just working with my dad for 6 years at the Capital Journal was just an awesome experience. And then, it's not really a feat or anything that I've accomplished. It's just being able to still do this, because I know a lot of people get discouraged in the industry right now. And just, having all the experience I learned in Topeka and then being able to come out to Hayes and be on my own a little bit. I mean, it's just been a kind of a rewarding experience to be in this career for that long. Because like I said, some people it's not for some people, but, and then, the memories that stand out to me being a local sports reporter in a small town are probably going to be different than, like a national beat writer or something. But I think about just all the state tournaments I've covered, just watching, maybe a small school make an unexpected run to a state title or something like that. That stuff is the stuff that really sticks out to me, because it's so important, for the community.
Right.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And then one last question for you, Rick. For people my age, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older, what is the best piece of advice you could give someone who is planning on entering the sports media industry? Anything you've learned, lessons you've learned throughout the years that you can give to someone who maybe wanted to get into the industry or is new in the industry?
I would say just to stick with it. I know, starting out, it may seem like, maybe this isn't for me, because, the pay's not great. And there's, some staff shortages going on right now. But I think if people would just stick with it, you would realize that it is really a rewarding career to do it. I mean, you get to build a ton of great relationships, and be there for big moments in people's lives, and you try to capture those and tell those stories. But I would just say that, and always be fair to the people you're writing about. I mean, if you're writing about high school, you don't want to be overly critical. I mean, you just want to be fair and just try to capture the story the best as you can. But that would be my main advice, is just don't just be discouraged, and try to, be around people that will help you and kind of help you flourish a little bit.
Nice. Yeah. Like you said, like, don't be afraid to learn and stick by your guns and, write it out. So, those are all the questions I have, Rick. If you want to, thank anyone or leave the interview with some thoughts before we head off, you could go ahead and do that now. Yeah,
I would just say it's a cool experience for me to be able to share this experience with my dad, because he was the co-Sportswriter in Kansas, and I think that that's pretty a unique deal, and that's probably what I'm most excited about, because he actually just retired from the Capital Journal after 31 years. So to be able to kind of share in this honor with him is really, really exciting. And then I guess also I need to thank my mom. She was an English teacher, so she kind of helped to fuel the writing part of it. My dad helped to fuel just the love for sports and the community and stuff. But my mom really helped me in the writing part of it, and just all my great coworkers, not only in Topeka, but people I worked with in Hayes for a little bit, like Nick McQueen. But yeah, I'm just really humbled to get this award and to be able to share it with my dad is you know, is it's just icing on the cake. So
Right. Well, thank you so much again, Rick, for coming out, and congratulations again on winning this year's Sports Writer of the Year out of Kansas. Thank you.
thank you, sir. I appreciate it.